everyone! Welcome back to our channel, lalo na sa ating mga accounting beginners and ABM students. So today, I will share you some tips on how to make financial statements. By the way, I'm Janice. I'm a graduate of Business Administration, major in Management Accounting. Join po ako ng mga accounting groups and meron ding mga ABM students na groups sa Facebook dahil gusto ko pong i-share ang aking kaalaman or knowledge and gusto ko rin magkaroon ng mga ideas kung saan ba mas nahihirapan yung mga estudyante. Although alam ko naman kung ano yung mahirap na mga part in accounting during my college studies. So yun nga, tulad ko before, isa sa mga problema talaga ng mga estudyante when we are talking about accounting basic is to how to make financial statements. So I have a problem example here for you to understand better or to para mas maintindihan nyo kung bakit ang mga tips na ibibigay ko sa inyo ay napakahalaga in making financial statements. So sa problem na to, you are given the list of account titles with the amounts. So nagmi-mix yung lahat ng account titles, and then at the end of the given, you are required to prepare an income statement, statement of changes in owner's equity, and balance sheet. Some students, pag nakita nila yung ganitong given, malilito na kaagad sila, no? So, that's why I will be sharing you some tips on how to answer problems like this, preparing financial statements, no? So, tip number 1, familiarize the account titles. So, familiarizing the account titles doesn't mean that you just need to memorize it. You need to understand each account titles at dapat alam mo kung saan dapat ilagay or kung saang financial statement na belong ang specific account type. For example, accounts payable. So dapat alam mo kung saan on which financial statement nilalagay yung accounts payable. Diba? Accounts payable is liabilities and it will be reflected in the balance sheet. So dapat alam mo yun. So familiarizing account titles doesn't mean memorizing. Although it includes memorizing, dapat alam mo kung ano yung mga elements ng financial statements. But pinaka-importante talaga yung alam mo kung ano yung mga account titles. Kasi nga, not just for making financial statements, but also in journalizing transactions, diba? You are using different kinds of account titles, and for the basic, merong sometimes in the given problem, merong chart of accounts na binibigay, but mostly, especially when you go to higher accounting level, wala na siyang chart of accounts na ini-include dun sa problem. So, dapat memorizing plus understanding the account titles. This is very important. Okay? So, tip number 2, understand and remember the elements or the components of each financial statements. So, dapat alam mo kung ano yung components ni balance sheet. Dapat alam mo kung ano lang yung kailangan mo when you are making an income statement. Diba? Income statement is only revenue and operating expenses and other expenses, diba? That's only the components of the income statement. And for the balance sheet, assets, liabilities, and owner's equity. And then that is why my tip number 1 is familiarizing the account titles, kasi dapat alam mo kung ano yung mga liabilities, kung ano yung mga assets, current, non-current assets, liabilities, current and non-current liabilities, and also the owner's equity. So, kailangan alam mo yung mga elemento ng bawat financial statements, di ba? So that it is much easier, or it is easier for you to start or to distinguish, halimbawa dito sa ating given problem. nakamix yung lahat ng account titles. So when you are asked to prepare income statement, so it is very easy na yung income statement, I only need the revenue and the operating expenses and the other expenses. So you can immediately disregard the other given and save a lot of time, especially kapag during the examinations. Diba, when you are asked to, for example, you are given all of these account titles and then you are asked to prepare an income statement. So automatic you disregard the assets, the liabilities, and the owner's equity kasi pang balance sheet yun, di ba? So you get immediately asan yung revenue dito, nasan yung operating expenses, other expenses. So that's the only elements needed in the income statement. So you can really save a lot of time if alam mo kung ano yung mga elements na kakailanganin mo for a certain financial statement. Tip number 3, understand the relationship to each other dun sa ating mga financial statements. Lasa, nakakalimutan natin na i-add yung profit or i-deduct yung loss into the owner's equity dun sa balance sheet. Kaya hindi nagbabalance yung ating balance sheet. So, dapat alam natin yung relationship between or among the financial statements. Tip number 4, analyze the given situation in each problem. So, for example, you are asked to journalize first and then prepare income statements on the next requirement. So, dapat you need to analyze and to study very well kung tama ba yung journal entry nyo. Kasi, kapag mali ka na dun sa pag-journalize mo, syempre, when you start your financial statements, mali na yung mga amount na nilalagay mo. So, dapat, doon pa lang sa pag-a-analyze ng given situation or problem. So, for example, sinasabi doon sa, merong dinagdag doon sa problem na, for example, Mr. Santos added an additional investment 100,000 pesos. So, you need to know kung paano nare-record yung dinagdag na information. Also add the information added into when you are making your financial statement. So, pinaka-importante din yung pag-analyze ng given situation or yung mga additional information. So, for example, merong additional information na nagbabayad for example, si X nagbabayad ng utang niya and then in the middle of the month. So, ibig sabihin, by the end of the month, nagagawa ka ng balance sheet, ibig sabihin, nababawasan yung accounts receivable doon sa balance sheet. So, you need to analyze all the additional information prior to making financial statements, okay? And then the last tip that is very important also in making financial statements is to double check the amount entered. Okay, so human error, marami tayong mga human error when making financial statements. So dapat nire-review natin at dino-double check natin yung mga amount na nilalagay natin kasi one of the very common error is halimbawa yung 2002 pesos nagiging baliktad, ginawa mong for example, you make it 2020 or something like that, diba? So, human error, that is very common in our financial statements, especially in writing the numbers. And also another, based on my experience also when I was a student, hindi rin talaga natin may iwasan na, especially when we are referring in a book, kasi hindi pa natin masyadong kabisado, so nagre-refer tayo sa book. And then, yung book na nare-referan natin, iba yung problem. Sabi, ginagawa natin siyang sample. So, and then, when we go to the given problem na dapat nating sinusolve, ang nangyayari is, ang nakukopya nating number or amount is yung from the book. So, that is a very big mistake, especially on the balance sheet. Talagang hindi mo mababalance kapag you entered a wrong amount. Okay, so dapat maiwasan natin and be aware also of that human error. Okay, so I think that's all for this video, and please don't forget to click the subscribe button for more tips and some accounting tutorials. And yeah, thank you so much everyone, and have a nice day.